Alpha Cocoa ID Presents. Mastering Cocopeat. The complete guide to Cocopeat, the sustainable super media for modern cultivation. From waste to wonder. In the pursuit of sustainable and efficient agricultural practices, the humble coconut husk has emerged as an unlikely hero. Once considered mere waste, it is now transformed into Cocopeat or Cocopeat, a powerhouse growing medium that is revolutionizing gardening, horticulture, and commercial farming. This guide provides a complete overview of Cocopeat, its unparalleled benefits, the ideal crops for its use, and the essential practices for unlocking its full potential. What exactly is Cocopeat? Cocopeat is a natural, soil-like medium produced from the fine, dusty material extracted from the inner shell and husk of coconuts. It is typically sold as dry, compressed bricks or bales that expand dramatically up to 5 to 7 times in volume when water is added. Unlike traditional peat moss, which is harvested from environmentally sensitive peat bogs, Cocopeat is a renewable and eco-friendly byproduct of the coconut industry, giving new life to agricultural waste.
The key benefits of Cocopeat. Why it's a game changer. The global shift towards Cocopeat is driven by its exceptional physical and chemical properties. Superb water retention. Cocopeat can hold up to 8 to 10 times its weight in water, acting like a reservoir that slowly releases moisture to plant roots. This drastically reduces watering frequency and protects plants from drought stress. Excellent aeration. Its light and fluffy structure creates ample air pockets, ensuring roots receive abundant oxygen. This leads to stronger, healthier root systems and prevents waterlogging and anaerobic conditions. Natural pest and disease resistance. Being sterile and inert. Cocopeat is naturally resistant to many soil-borne pathogens, fungi, and weed seeds, resulting in healthier plants with a lower risk of root rot. Optimal pH level. Cocopeat typically has a neutral to slightly acidic pH 5.5 to 6.8, which is ideal for the absorption of nutrients by a wide variety of plants. Sustainability. As a recycled waste product, Cocopeat is 100% organic and biodegradable. Its use helps reduce environmental damage caused by peat mining and coconut waste accumulation. A comprehensive list of crops that thrive in Cocopeat. Cocopeat's versatility makes it suitable for a vast range of plants across different agricultural sectors. A. Vegetable. Crops. Fruiting vegetables. Tomatoes. Bell peppers. Chilies. Eggplants. Cucumbers. Zucchini. Leafy greens. Lettuce, spinach, kale, Swiss chard. Arugulas. Root and tuber vegetables. Radishes. Carrots. Beets. Potatoes. Sweet potatoes. B. Ornamental and horticultural crops. Foliage plants. Monstera. Philodendron, pothos, snake plant, ZZ plant, anthurium. Ferns. Flowering plants. Roses, gerbera daisies, chrysanthemums. Marigolds. C. Specialized agricultural applications. Hydroponics. A premier substrate for hydroponic lettuce. Tomatoes, strawberries, and herbs basil. Mint. Nursery and propagation. The ideal sterile medium for germinating seeds and rooting cuttings of almost any plant. The crucial partnership, Cocopeat and fertilization. This is the most critical chapter for success. Cocopeat itself is not a fertilizer. The empty house analogy. Think of Cocopeat as a perfect, luxurious home for roots. It provides comfort, water, and air, but comes with no food. The plant will starve without a consistent supply of nutrients. Why fertilizer is non-negotiable. 1. Nutritionally inert. Cocopeat contains negligible amounts of nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium NPK essential for growth. 2. The buffering issue. Fresh cocopeat has a high cation exchange capacity sec, meaning it can hold nutrients. However, it has a strong affinity for potassium K and sodium Na, and can lock up crucial nutrients like calcium Cr and magnesium Mg, making them unavailable to the plant. 3. The solution, buffering. Always use pre-buffered cocopeat. Buffering is a pre-treatment process with a calcium solution that saturates the cocopeat's binding sites, preventing future nutrient lockup and ensuring your fertilizers work effectively. How to fertilize correctly in different systems. Container pot gardening. Create a balanced mix, 60% cocopeat plus 30% compost, worm castings plus 10% perlite. Supplemental feeding. Use organic fish emulsion, seaweed extract or water-soluble fertilizers every 1 to 2 weeks, especially during flowering and fruiting. Hydroponics. 100% mandatory. The plants rely entirely on the nutrient solution. Use a complete hydroponic nutrient solution that contains all essential macro and micronutrients. Feed with every watering. Seed starting. Seeds germinate well in pure cocopeat using their internal energy. Once the first true leaves appear, seedlings require a mild, diluted fertilizer solution to continue growing healthily. Practical application and best practices. The golden rule: always mix. Pure cocopeat is only for specialized hydroponics. For most uses, create a mix. Standard potting mix recipe: 60% cocopeat for structure and moisture, 30% compost for nutrients and biology, 10% perlite or coarse sand for ultimate drainage. For root and tuber crops, potatoes, carrots. This mix is perfect as it provides a soft, unobstructed medium for uniform and clean tuber development. The future is green and sustainable. Cocopeat is more than just an alternative to soil. It is a superior, sustainable, and highly effective growing medium for the future of agriculture. By understanding its properties, both its strengths in water and air management, and its critical limitation in nutrient content, growers can harness its full potential. The combination of cocopeat's perfect root environment with a disciplined and appropriate feeding regimen is the ultimate recipe for achieving healthier plants, higher yields, and a significantly reduced environmental footprint. Embrace cocopeat, but remember to feed your plants. The results will be remarkable.
Pre-buffered, well-rinsed cocopeat is the key to success. Always source your cocopeat from reputable suppliers and pair it with a consistent fertilization. Plan for optimal plant health and productivity.